Hello guys, congratulations, we got up this morning and today I'm going to do something a little bit different because I figured we'd spice it up a little bit, and I'm going to review/react to a movie. Now this movie is very special. It's the first Lifetime movie to feature a lead character actress with a disability. Her name is Ali Stroker. Now, you guys may know her. She had a Tony Award win with the cast of Oklahoma very recently, and she got tapped for this Lifetime movie. It's called Christmas Ever After, and I'm not usually a Lifetime movie fan. I find them kind of formulaic usually, but my friend told me that this was going on, that she had a disability. She had a spinal cord injury at the age of 2. And I was like, whatever, I'll watch it, review it, we'll see how it goes. And I actually loved it. So, it's about this romance novelist named Izzy Simmons, and I love the idea of working from home, like as a writer or whatever. I love the idea where you can work wherever. But she's trying to work wherever she is, but her editor/best friend wants her to stay home from her Christmas vacation and meet her deadline because she has this huge case of writer's block, so she's having trouble, and the ending to her book kind of sucks. But she convinces her friend to allow her a working vacation, and she will definitely get her deadline done. Now, the place where she goes is called Antler Chalet. It used to be Antler Lodge, now it's Antler Chalet, because the new owner wants to be fancy. But she's been going there for 10 years, and she's really good friends with the owner. His name is Bob, and he's going to be retiring, so this is his last year running the joint. And it's going to be taken over by his son named Matt, who moved from Seattle, where he and his wife lived. And the fact that he had a wife is going to be very important coming down the line. So, listen, if you want to figure out why he's not spending Christmas with his wife's family like he normally does. And he has a daughter named Casey, who's an aspiring writer herself. She's about, I think they said she was 9. So she and Izzy are going to form a good relationship. Did I mention that the girl's name is Izzy? I'm not even sure. Her name is Izzy Simmons. And she can drive, which I'm very jealous of. But she's driving, she's living independently. I love that they don't really focus on the fact that she's in a wheelchair, even though they do use wheelchair-friendly language. Like, she used the language going for a push instead of going for a walk. And they let her sing. They let Ali Stroker sing. And Ali Stroker is an amazing singer. They let her sing like a Christmas carol. So, she has this painting of her main character, Desmond Raines, on the cover of her books, and she keeps running into Matt. In fact, the first time they meet, she almost runs him over when he's doing repairs to the chalet, lodge, place thing. She almost runs him over with her car, and they meet so often that she accuses him of stalking her on many occasions. So that was like a running gag that the movie had. It was kind of funny. But she keeps, because she has a like best friend relationship with her editor. So she keeps saying, this guy looks like my main character. Like, and she doesn't understand why. She thinks she's going crazy. And so does her editor. The first time she meets his daughter, Casey, she tries to explain away why she's looking at him so weird. She's like, I'm playing a game, and this game helps me come up with my characters. So tell me what you think this guy is like. I think he's ruggedly romantic. And Casey's like, hey, Dad. And he turns around and is like, hey, I was here first, so you're the one stalking me now. They don't really get along to begin with. Izzy kind of likes the quirks that the chalet had, like the squeaky floors and the wobbly doorknobs, and Matt's trying to fix them. He put, I think it was baby powder. I didn't really understand this, but if you put baby powder on the floorboards, it stops them from squeaking, apparently. So he put baby powder on the floorboards and they don't squeak anymore, so she's a little upset. Apparently there's this person that Matt went to school with named Jennifer who's had a crush on him forever, and Bob is trying to get Matt to open up his heart after his wife died. So he's trying to set him up with somebody. It's a Lifetime movie. There's got to be love somewhere. And so Jennifer pops up as the board member. She pops up because she wants to announce that they're having a Main Street Light Festival, and to remind Bob and Matt to put their lights up. They're having a business. All the businesses are putting their lights up, and the best display wins. So Bob is used to putting string lights up, but Matt has different ideas. That he's really competitive and he wants to win, even though it's just a tiny little light contest. So Bob and Casey go sledding, and Bob flips his sled over and falls and breaks his leg. So Matt has to stay with Bob, make sure he doesn't do anything crazy and stays off his feet. And so Izzy has to go help Matt's sister Sarah do the cookie baking, because one of the things they have on their Christmas itinerary is cookie decorating. So of course you need cookies to be baked if you're going to decorate them. And so let me mention Sarah for a second. Side note. This movie is also very inclusive because Sarah happens to be a lesbian. And so I like how they're showing different relationships, like LGBTQ relationships. And so that's really cool to me. Modern day love can be with anybody. She has a wife named Parker. It doesn't really mention if they're actually married. I think they are. But she has I'm just going to call her wife. Her wife is named Parker. She's a very minor character, but so Sarah for that matter. But I just wanted to point that out because that made me happy. So Izzy and Sarah and I think Casey goes too. They bake the cookies that are going to be decorated. And Jennifer, Izzy's rival for Matt, aka Desmond, shows up at the cookie decorating. And Izzy sees them hug. So she goes back. She sees them hug outside the Christmas market. After the cookie decorating, she goes for a push. I love the fact that they have inclusive language, goes for a push instead of goes for a walk. I love that. She goes for a push after the cookie decorating and sees Matt and Jennifer hugging. So she gets kind of angry. She leaves. Side note, this is after she's using Matt for a bunch of her inspiration because her editors telling her that her main character Desmond is a little too perfect, and he's a little too perfect because she has these unrealistic expectations of love. So she's, of course, creating this character as a, like, putting her character on a pedestal, kind of. And where was I? Ah. Okay, I remember where I was. So another thing that I love about the movie is Izzy appears to live independently. Her parents have retired to Florida, which she thinks is the least Christmassy place on Earth, as opposed to Antler Lodge / Chalet, which is the second most Christmassy place on Earth, if you don't count the North Pole. So, her parents have retired to Boca Raton. Is that how you say it? Boca Raton? And her mother reminds her that inspiration for her characters can be found everywhere, and that's how she starts using her encounters with Matt as inspiration. So that's how Desmond becomes a slightly less perfect character. But she sees that Jennifer and Matt are hugging, and so because she started to have feelings for Matt after they were locked in together, when Casey and Bob are sledding, she doesn't want Matt fixing her wobbly doorknob, and so she takes the doorknob off, and they get locked in together. So they're locked in there for the entirety of everybody else sledding because nobody's at the front desk, because Matt was supposed to be at the front desk. And so I realize I'm like ruining the movie for anybody who wanted to watch it, but I'm just really happy that they had a movie like this, and who knows, I might watch more Lifetime movies now. I won't tell you who Matt eventually picks, because that will totally ruin the movie for you guys. But I really liked it, and if you really liked this video, please remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you guys later. Bye! I will tell you that it ends in an engagement for somebody. Bye!